All right. And we are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we're just continuing some development in Unreal 5. A little bit of more work to do on my slime character, which you pull up the map here, back to the test level. So last week was pretty much entirely focused on getting the grab mechanic to work, and also like a little visual indicator for when you're grabbing onto something. So you can, when you're rolling, right now, before this grab mechanic, I should say, the only way to really stop yourself was to like roll in the other direction. Now, I've yet to decide if I'm going to add in like a WASD control. Right now, I just find it kind of fun that the only way you can roll around is by dashing. I might do a WASD control, just like a slow movement, but that led me to create a like kind of stop in place or grab mechanic, like so, boom. And that led me down the path of maybe I could grab onto walls or other stuff instead of just the ground. So we're grabbing onto the wall and you kind of slide down a little slowly, and you can just kind of sit in the corner like this. So perfecting the moving towards the wall part, because previously it was just like stopping in place. Now you actually move towards the wall that you stop at, and it looks like you're grabbed onto it. So that was last week. This week, I think I want to put a little more work into the material, as far as like it looking like you're actually squishing down a little bit when you grab onto something. Because right now it's just like expanding the bottom. So it looks like he's gaining mass, which ultimately, when it comes to just like basics of art, like if you're making like an amorphous character, you want it to look like it has the same mass. So like stretching or expanding, it's got to lose the mass from somewhere. So that mass is going to be from the top. So I'm going to have him like kind of squish down a little bit, just a little bit, so that it doesn't just look like he's like expanding in the way that he is right now. And to do that, oh, why is the music so low? Was it at 70 before? No, that's the microphone that was at 70. I don't remember where I had the music set in the past. I think 30 is probably fine. 30% volume, I should say. I feel like it adjusted from where it was before. I don't want it to be too distracting though. Put it like 25. I think that's fine. All right. Material. Layer. M slime ball. I think I can get rid of this grapple material. It was just basically an instance of the old material, or the original material. Viewport, cable, and this isn't even really something I'm going to end up using, I think, in the future. But until I like permanently decide that no, this is not going to be a mechanic ever in the game, I'm just going to leave the functionality that I have for it. Oh, I got to compile and save. Let's delete that. Okay. I feel like this might be louder than it was before. Music. Well, I'll just leave it there. I think that's fine. As long as it's not like anywhere close to my voice volume, I think it's okay. All right, Mr. Slime Man. and the slime material. Okay. We have the deformation and the one-time toggle. I just need to tweak some values. The default value here is 0 to 1, so that's just turning it on. And the distance here, let's tweak around with the distance just to, well, this is grow size. So I need to shrink vertically. And this is just kind of growing towards the direction. So I think the best way to do this is to probably tweak the grow size. Let's see here. Because this is essentially just an alpha, so it's not really going to change a whole lot. I don't think I want to put the logic in the event graph here. I don't want to like physically change the transform each time. I guess I could change the transform actually, because I already have the detection for which direction the wall is facing. So what I could probably do is adjust the transform, but it kind of shrinks down towards the direction. We have the update material deformation. So this is just for the material. And this is the actual grab surface detection. Yeah, so this is running through the array of different line traces to detect where it's grabbing, set world location. So I can probably grab detection loop body. So I think I can basically do exactly what I'm doing for the grab detection, but use that to adjust the transform in that direction. Might actually be a better option. We have the grab detection trace result. It's getting the vector array average. I might not have to change much here, to be honest. I can probably just do like set actor. No, not the transform. Well, yeah, I guess the transform. Let's split that pin structure. Scale. I really just need the scale. Set actor transform scale. Yeah, just the scale, I think. Set actor scale 3D. New scale. Hey, Bacon Guy. How's it going, man? because the scales, it needs the X, Y, and Z. So I need to also be able to determine the X, Y, and Z based off of the vector, because we have a vector for the X, Y, and Z, but that's not going to directly translate from the location. I don't want to set the scale of the actor to be the location. That'd be weird. I'm actually kind of curious what that looks like, just for fun. I want to see how that looks. Just what it, obviously this is not anywhere close to what I'm going to do, but just for fun, I want to see what happens. Well, that's not going to work. Yeah, and also the actor is the root. The actor's not actually visually what we're seeing. And the camera follows the actor. So I actually need the skeletal mesh as a reference. Set mass scale. Scale in world space. I'm curious what the actual scale is. Let's do get scale. Get world scale. And then like a print string. Just want to see what this value even is. What I'm doing right now, Bacon guys, I'm just trying to figure out different solutions for making the slime actually shrink when he grabs onto something. Because right now he doesn't like slouch down at all or squish down at all. He's just, you know, he's basically growing. Oh, I was able to see the scale. Does it change depending on where I'm going? No? No? Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be the same. And I'm thinking one possible solution is getting that information from the grab detection, because it's basically already telling me which direction the surface is. So I could use that data to determine which direction he's going to like shrink a little bit in. I'm pretty sure another solution could just be to do it through the material. Which might try out if this solution doesn't work here, or if this solution is just nowhere near as efficient as the other one. This was just what came to mind first. So I'm not going to be able to, it's not like I'm going to be able to directly plug this in here, obviously. But again, I am kind of curious actually what happens if I do. I think shrinking the material is what was breaking the lighting before. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, because he's not really shrinking at all like he was before. In the older version of the material, he was kind of squishing down, which was when that lighting was breaking, which, yeah, like you said, not entirely sure, so we're not positive if that's what was causing the lighting to break, but it's certainly a possibility. He just disappears. That's funny. All right. Obviously, I knew that wasn't going to work there. Just curious what would happen. So we essentially need to get the current scale, which I think I can bring that back, and we need to add to it, I think, using this information. So we will, I think, this is kind of tricky, huh? I think the grab detection trace result, actually, I don't think it's actually giving a... Oh, it is giving a vector. I guess it's giving the location of where it hit. Okay, so I'll take the location of where it hit. Maybe like... No, because that's always going to be a different location in world space. I was going to say maybe like divide it, but like by a crazy number just to make it small. But that's always going to be this. This is like the location in the world, so it's not really going to translate well into scale. That's always going to be a different, depending on where the object is placed. All I need is like the direction. I essentially need to just know like how much in which direction it is. We have a cat here. So to get the direction based off of location, I'll need to get my current world location and get the difference between my current world location at the time that the trace hits. No. Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to be... So if we get the world location, get the vector, I need to get the difference between my actual location and this result right here. Because even though it's setting my world location to this result, I don't think I'm ever actually one-to-one with it. Bro. So I am curious to see what the difference between that is. So let's disconnect this. Put this off to the side for now. I want to... Girl.
Can't see.
My gosh. Get world location. That's weird. You may be overthinking this. I'm really good at that. What is it sounds like you probably already know a much simpler solution. Because what I'm thinking is that because I need to know which direction to shrink in. Obviously, I don't want to just shrink up and down every time. Oh, I could probably just shrink the slime ball because it's already expanding the material. So I can just have the actual skeletal mesh shrink. You could scale the whole actor. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. All the components inherit the scale, so even the collision will change, which will naturally move it. Yeah. Well, I don't want the face to scale. Obviously, the face needs to stay the same size. But we could probably do everything below face, like sphere collision. I might just be able to scale from sphere collision down. I don't think I even need to worry about the camera. You can set the face to use world scale then. Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right, huh? Yeah, because the location obviously can change. I just don't want the scale to change. Okay. And just setting it scale relative to the world is going to do that? Set it to world scale? Is that going to change how big the face looks here? No, it doesn't change anything. All right, cool. That's hilarious. And then just lerp, yeah. Go lerp vector. We'll go from, need to get the current scale. Get world scale. Oh, that's right. It's not a pin. It doesn't have an input or output. It's just information. You could scale the sphere collision, but then you'd have to save the default scale. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with saving the default scale. I'll start with the actor. We'll see where we get with scaling the actor. Get world scale. Is there not just like a self? I could have swore I just had it up, didn't I? Or maybe that was from the sphere collision. Get actor scale C3. I'm so good at talking. Get actor scale 3D. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so we'll alert from get actor scale to, I don't know, minus, subtract. Yeah. Maybe divide. Let's do a divide. Divide. Is there not a way to just divide all of them? Would that be multiplied by like point something? Or I should say, is there not a way to just divide or multiply them by a single digit so that it's like applying to all of them equally? I don't think so. Oh well. Just gonna test this. This works. We'll 0.75. Right click and change it to a float. Oh, change this to a float. The denominator. Or multiplier, I guess. To float. Okay. Single precision, double precision? I guess single. I don't really. Oh, double because we're multiplying. Let's do 0.75. I guess grab speed would also just be plugged into, like this whole thing I think can just plug right into there too. It's the same amount of time. I think this is good. Oh. This blueprint is not a scene component, therefore target must have a connection. Itself. Maybe default scene route, I guess. Okay, default scene route. Interesting. Obviously, it's not going back. It's not expanding back out. It's not the issue, but the issue is that it's not. It's not even really shrinking. I'm gonna try the sphere collision, as the skeletal mesh is under that. Let's try that. Huh. Actor scale 3D. Alert from that to times 0.75. Set world scale. Maybe because it's world scale? Maybe it needs to be just scale. Let's try just a regular set actor scale instead. Oh, it's already self. I don't need you. Interesting. Oh, it is actor scale. I think you might be right. Yeah, it's set to absolute scale. Is there a reason I did that? I'm gonna try relative and just see what happens. Oh, I didn't wait, I thought I did compile it. Save. What? Well, it doesn't seem like it's really affecting anything to have. Oh. Oh, he's looking all loppy, all lopsided. That's weird. Was it like that before? Yeah, no, he's looking a little lopsided like he was before. Okay. Didn't really change anything. You should unhide the sphere collision to see what's going on. It's a good idea. I can go back to relative though. I don't think it needs to be world scale. I'm not sure why I had it set to world scale to begin with. Visible. Huh. Oh gosh. We're relative scale. Oh, target is actor. Well, yeah, that's actor scale. Okay. What's the actor scale? Oh, it doesn't show you. Weird. All right, I wanna try something real quick. We're gonna do print. I forgot. I can't just pull off that and go print string. Print string. Do this. We're also gonna do another print string. Grab this. And I want to see what this looks like here. Gonna look a little wonky. Actually, I should do one at a time. So we'll get the actor, or 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now we're gonna go here. It's just stuck at 0995. Do like 0.2, just something crazy. Yeah, it's not really going below the 0.9, interestingly. Oh, is it because I don't have it plugged into set actor scale 3D? Maybe that's why. No, it's going down. Okay. And now it's at 0. Okay, so it is setting the scale. It's just for some reason the sphere collision and the physics constraint are not being affected by scale. Base is absolute scale. 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 Wonder if it's because of physics. That's so weird. You would think it wouldn't really matter. Try setting sphere collision directly again, but make sure you get scale from it too, not actor. Okay. Sphere collision. Yeah, so the scale's relative. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff going on here now. Let's just get rid of those. Then we'll go sphere collision. Get scale. Get mass scale. Get world scale. Huh. I wonder why it's world scale and just not scale. There's like, or mass scale and world scale, but not like regular scale. Okay, so we're gonna unplug that. Just move that over here. Here. And down here. And oh wait, but I need to set, no, not actor scale. I need to set so let's do that scale set. So there's a set relative scale, but when I get scale, oh, get relative transform. Weird. There's a get relative transform, but not a get relative scale. That's so weird. Yeah, because this is set to, it's not set to world, it's set to relative. There is a get relative scale. Did I miss it? Oh my gosh. Get relative scale 3D. There is, you're just blind. Yeah. Totally fair. Okay. The relative scale. Go into here. And into here. Oh. Oh. Wait, no, I did need, that's right, I did need this. Duh. This is the alpha. We're using the same alpha from the grab speed. That's funny. New scale. I didn't even return that. It's just going to 0. Oh. Well, that worked, sort of. That's just way too extreme. That's hilarious. Do like 0.9. There needs to be a limit. I need to set like obviously a limit. No, he's withering away. No. Slime, no. Okay. So what I can do is instead of like getting it from here, because it's just 1, 1, 1, I can do this. I can do 1, 1, 1 and plug that like right here. I think, right? I think that's setting the limit. Not going to keep going. No, it worked. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do sphere collision, visible, off. File, save. Do like 0.75 maybe. I'm not really a fan of how the hat gets all pointy. Clay auto compiles, by the way. Really? I did not know that. Thanks for letting me know. Why does it like snap down like that? That's so weird. Maybe let's not plug in the alpha directly. Well, we're getting, hang on, the grab speed. I'm gonna try just with a random alpha, just to see what happens. I think it's 0 to 1, right? Point like 8. Or is this not one of the 0 to 1s? No, it is. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of how it how he has he's tiny now. How it has the little point on the top of his head. I think that has to do with like the skeletal mesh.
Happens if I move him just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's because he has a bone sticking directly up. Yeah, it is because he has a bone sticking directly up. Also too much of a scale. Like actually like 0.9. You know, when I could just slightly adjust the rotation a little bit when this happens. Because like, aside from when you first spawn in, what are the chances mathematically of you having a bone sticking directly straight vertical up like that? I think that's what's causing it. Next, see the little spike at the top of his head that just comes down? I think that's like the bones adjusting. Actually, let me plug this back in. Yeah, it doesn't really happen when he's rolling. It's really just when he's spawned in immediately. Yeah. I think that's because he's got that bone that does stick straight up in the air. Honestly, I think rotating him just a little bit might be a little bit of a band-aid solution that could work. Maybe even just like rotating him here. You could just boop it with a force and begin play. That's true. That is true. I do wonder if just giving him a little like that, the sphere collision, might help. That did help a little bit. Yeah, now I gotta get... I think that's really all I had to do. That's funny. It was the bone that sticks straight up in the air causing that problem. Okay. Now I just gotta get the logic of putting them back to the right scale. So, I will... Gonna have to save this. Get current scale. It's gonna have to be saved to, well, no, I just put it back to 1. What am I talking about? Overthinking. Yeah, the scale is just 1, so it's just got to return to 1 after this. Once it let's go. I think I can just put the is attempting to grab requested grabbing as a Boolean here, because this is on tick, right? Yeah, it's on tick. Okay, so yeah, I'll just do requested grabbing. Well, you know what? I should probably maybe put it in a different... Oh, I am polling from right here. could just save this. Or I can just copy this because it's using the same exact config, grab speed. I might put this in another function. That's really the only thing I'm using. It's just this right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this in another function. No, not comment. What? Control C. Let's just make the function from here. Squash. Grab squash. Squash grab. Grab. Why even make a new function? I don't know, just keep it separated. I guess I don't need to, but why not just do everything on the same event graph, you know? It could be here. I guess just make yeah, make another one of these that goes into a branch. And requested grabbing. If it's false, just do the same thing but backwards. You know, I could put the branch in the front here. Might be a little more organized. Seems to make more sense to me. Like if I'm requested grabbing, scale it one way. If not, scale it the other way. Well, no, because I'll have to set, because then it's always gonna be trying to reset it back to 1 unnecessarily. Mostly preference, I guess. Personally, I'd have a function for the physics stuff and a single function for the cosmetic stuff. True. I guess this is still all physics stuff, you know? Like we're moving towards the wall, part of the physics, I guess. Well, no. In that logic, could probably put it here in the update slime matte deformation, but just remove the matte. Just update slime deformation visual, you know? I do that because I can still pull from right here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Unless you'd consider, oh gosh, I didn't even mean to close that. Unless you would consider scaling physics. If it's there, good, because you already have the saved alpha there. Yeah, true. Yeah, I can literally just pull out from right here. I'll go ahead and just throw it over here. Yeah, and then instead of update slime matte deformation, just update slime viz visual deformation. Scaling it is technically affecting the physics, but I think this is a gray area since it's mostly cosmetic. I agree. Ultimately, like we're trying to visually, the goal is to make it visually look different. The goal isn't really to like affect the physics. We're trying to actually affect the physics as little as possible. So yeah, I think it should go here. You're right. Okay. Put that there. Maybe organize this just a little bit. I thought that would look better, but I'm not sure. I like that. Yeah, because it's pulling from like different places. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that right there. I'll just do this. Maybe that. I can live with like doing like something like that. Yeah, that's better. Push that up. And I mean, basically this, oh, I got to get the alpha. Right there. Gosh, there's gonna be a lot of crossed wires here. I'm gonna wait to organize until I have it all laid out. Then basically, I guess the same thing, except just reverse, and then just setting this the reverse to 1. And I could probably just copy and paste most of this. We'll go there. Just delete that, set this to 1. And the alpha over here. And you know, I could probably run a check. I'm wondering what's better, to constantly try to be scaling it back down to, or back up to 1, like infinitely, or to have like another branch that's checking, like if it's not at 1, then do this, you know? But then is it better to run that check, like constantly checking if it's at 1? I feel like it's probably better to constantly check that it's at 1 rather than constantly trying to scale it to 1. Probably not by much, but just in my brain that feels less wasteful, more efficient. I don't know. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not going to matter much. But I think I'd prefer, just for my own sanity, to like run a check. It's like, actually, we can just do it like this. No, I'm not going to have more crossed wires like that. Let's just put that here. Do like, is it less than, and we got to do a branch. and the condition like a compare. So if it's less than, oh, I can't do that. Okay. I really can't do a, I can't compare vectors like that. Am I just blind again? Maybe I'm blind again. No? It doesn't really want me to compare these vectors. I could split it. Instead, just split it and just like compare one of them because they're all going to be the same. Is there less than 1? True. Going here. Whoa, what is going on with him? It's like the skeletal mesh gets a little messed up. And then it figures itself out. That definitely, I think, is a skeletal mesh thing. Or at least that's what's causing it to deform all wildly like that. What is happening? I could make it so, well, hang on. Actually, let's see here. What happens if because I have it set to where I think jumping cancels this. Does that still happen? I could make it to where when you let go, you let off like just like a little jump, like it boops you up a little bit. I think the bottom, one of the bottommost bones is like getting caught like in the collision. And then it like reorients itself once it realizes that it's not supposed to be down there. Hang on, let me try that. Like clinged onto a wall. Actually, does it do that same thing? Actually, I don't even think it really does it on the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna do like just a little show collision. Oh, that's a good idea. That was just a console thing, right? Show collision. Oh, what? Show actor collision? No. Oh, that is nightmare fuel right there. It didn't work for some reason. I didn't realize I was making a horror game. Show collision visibility. I think that's what it is. Oh, no, that's not right. Got to use tab to autocomplete. Enter sends whatever is typed. Oh, interesting. Show collision. Yeah, see, two of those spheres are getting left behind. Or one sphere, or however many spheres are getting left behind. why they're getting left behind. I'm not sure. Or like why they're getting stuck. It's not happening now. Like only at certain angles it happens. Oh, duh. And now it doesn't want to do it that I'm watching it. That is so weird. I wonder if it's happening when set scale is running. Oh, like scaling back up. So I'll let go of right click and then let go of left click. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, with my pro gamer reflexes, I'm gonna let go of right click, hit space, and then let go of left click. Oh yeah, that. I'm thinking maybe, and it'd be kind of nice to have just like a little, like just a tiny little jump when you let go. Like it fixes this issue, and also visually it just kind of, it's a nice little indicator that you're not grabbing anymore, other than like you going shrinking back up to normal size. I think it could work. Where to put that though? Should I put it here? I guess I could just do like impulse. You could add a scale input to your jump function. Yeah, I don't really want. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, to like scale the amount that you're jumping also. That's a reset jump down at inputs. Jump. And then just like have the input here. Yeah. Yeah, I could just do that. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want you to be able to like jump again after letting go of that. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I could still configure that here anyway, so that it can like branch into not resetting can't jump or can jump. Not a bad idea, actually. Input. Scale. Quaternion. Is there a way to just like plug this in? Add pin to node? Yes, I can. Impulse. I guess impulse is probably fine. And have that be determined. Here, let's go take a look at the graph. Let's get the logic flow. Oh, well, the impulse got reset, didn't it? Back down to 0. I think it was 800, maybe? Yeah, 800. Yeah, that should probably be a variable, like jump height. Yeah, let's promote that to variable. Jump height. Oh my gosh, can I spell height? I think that's right. Or is it I-E-G-H-T? Oh my god. I's and E's I'm not great with sometimes. Pretty sure that's right. Yeah. You can set the default value in the function. Oh. I guess I might as well just leave jump height since actually that should be config jump height. Config jump height. And then just use it again. Wait, I can put a function inside a function, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Jump. We'll do like 100. Yeah. That's right. You said, yeah, he's headbanging, dude. I made a headbang function. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Wait, it's permanent now. What the fuck? That's so funny. Why is that happening? I guess because it's always running. Yeah, because it's always running. Well, no, it's only if it's less than 1. I made that. Okay. That's hilarious. Kind of interested to see like, is it still trying to run in the background? Like, is my scale getting a little messed up and wonky? I'm just gonna take a little gander here. I want to see what the Boolean is set to. True. It's true? The sphere collision is less than... Oh wait, no, because this is only gonna run afterwards. Actually, let's do this. No, it's like permanently true. Okay, that's not good. We'll do is less than 0.95, maybe? 0.99? Now it's false. Why is it true when it's set to 1? It doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused. I think the jump needs to be before. It needs to be right here. Wait, no, it's going to keep impulsing. So maybe do once? Oh, wait, no, that's not how do once works. I feel like that's how I thought do once worked. You are lerping a percentage between current scale and 1 every frame. If you are always finding between, oh my gosh, if you are always finding a percent between, it never reaches the target. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Sorry, that took me a second. But yeah, I do need, for example, if alpha is 0.5, you are always finding the halfway point between A and B, so it never reaches B. I see. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's so weird. Okay. But I do think I need just like a little do once. Wait, no, that's right. Do nunts. Yeah, do nunts. I think that's how do once works. Where was my misunderstanding last time? No, that's not how do once works. Closed? No, because then that just doesn't do anything. I know I had this problem last time with something else, and I don't remember what it was. And apparently I never learned what the difference was. But my understanding of the do once node is that it does this once unless something were to reset it. That doesn't seem to be the case. Wait, is it the reset? Do I have to just go back into it? Doesn't really make much sense to me. No, that's not how that works either. Output fires only on the first time the node is hit, but can be reset. I've never used that node before. I'm so confused. Why? That's how you would think it would work, right? Output fires only on the first time the node's hit, but can be reset. So it's hitting the node, fires, and it should only jump once. That's, I guess, a print string, just to see how many times it's firing. Jump fired. I keep it. You told me. I'm hitting compile. Yeah, that's what I would think it did. Oh, you know what? it's because, well, no, because yeah, do once should only work one time, regardless of if it keeps feeding into it. That's the whole point of it. Oh, it's probably local. Local. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, meaning it gets reset once the function ends. I see. Yeah, you're totally right. Maybe I could like flop this and have it be like if it's greater than. No, because that's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna work. I could probably just do a regular branch. I might be overthinking it. Just like jumps, just jumped. Wouldn't you just fire this on the grab input? Well, no, because I need the hop to happen after the grab is let go. Because the problem was, I was getting a little like the collision left behind. So when the input is not, or I should say, when the input is done. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. When the input is completed, that's what it needs to fire this. Because the grab input is under. Oh, I guess this is. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about like feeding into like true from requested grabbing, but ultimately this isn't visual. So this probably should be on the grab surface function. Yeah. It doesn't need to be part of the, where is it? It doesn't need to be part of this little branch here where it's trying to update the scale. Yes, let's get rid of that. That. Cut. Grab. We still need to check if requested grabbing is true. Well, no, because that only happens once it fires. Also, this grab surface, no, it needs to be in tick. It does need to be in tick. You have an is grabbing bool in use. I do have a requested grabbing. So that's like when your input is actually firing, but not like is currently grabbing. If so, this would fire when requested grab is false, but grab is true. Okay. Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right. Okay. So in this case, that's why we separate input from state. You're totally right. You are totally right. It's a branch here, right? Recently jumped? No. Overlapping actors. Requested true. Recently jumped is false. Get overlapping actors. Okay, so if it's true, got it. Okay, yeah, so get overlapping actors is true. So I can do that right here. So I'll want to make the variable is grabbing under input, I guess, or functionality. Because it's a functionality that triggers from the input. I feel like I would call this functionality. Yeah. Okay, so we'll set to true. And then update slime visuals. I guess I could have put it up here. Yeah, set is to true. Or should I set it to false, though? I guess once it gets to the... I guess here I could set it false. Nah, visuals should all be driven by is grabbing. Otherwise, it shrinks when you press the input in the air. Oh, you're totally right, huh? Yep, it does shrink. It totally does shrink. I feel like I could still update it here somewhere. Like setting grabbing and is grabbing in the same function makes the most sense to me. So set world. But I don't want it to fire only. I guess I could just go off of false, grab surface. No, requested grabbing, false, no. I feel like maybe it's at the beginning here somewhere. Maybe branch, grab detection. Yeah, at the start of grab surface, if requested equals false, check grabbing equals check is grabbing true. Okay, requested is false. Oh, you're totally right. That's, yeah. Yeah, you're totally right. Oh. But there is a situation where you can fall off. Because like you start sliding down. And if you're still holding grab, like after you fall off a surface, it would still be requested grabbing. So I guess I should do it both here and maybe here too. Because if you're requesting grabbing, no, maybe here. Maybe just here. Because if you request grabbing and you're not overlapping an actor, you're not technically grabbing. Because this is where the logic comes from of, yeah. Wait, no, because this is where that's not right. Well, yeah, no, greater than 0. No, this is right, yeah. I could probably just true into is grabbing. And then false is to is not grabbing. Yeah? That would work? Okay. Yeah, get rid of that. I guess I could have just dragged it over, but... is grabbing, set. True. False. Yeah, I think that's really all I gotta do there. Okay. And then I could probably just plug it in here too. Like if is grabbing is false from right here. No, from right here. No, because that would be overlapping. Well, I guess the only time you're really going to be needing that little jump is if you stop requesting grabbing while you're attached to something. But if you slide off, probably won't want to jump. So in that case, yeah, in that case, there should probably be another branch right here where if is grabbing is false, right here, do the jump. No, maybe, well, because it's setting it here. Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll do the branch there. I think that's right. Except you need to check if it was true when it entered the false condition. If it was previously true, run your one off. Check if it's true when you entered the false condition. Oh, I see. Yeah, because then it's just gonna always be checking here. Branch is grabbing. True. Set to false. And here, probably another branch. Is grabbing is false. Then wait, no. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That is not right. This is how we set is grabbing. Yeah, you want to set when grabbing becomes false. Or set, you want to jump when grabbing becomes false, not true. Okay, so then, yeah, okay. So then we want to do, well, no, because the situation where I don't want you to be able to jump is like when you're sliding off a surface. Like when you slide off the bottom, I don't want you to like jump up again, you know? I only want that to happen if you like actually let go of the input. Okay, so maybe is grabbing and requested grabbing is false. Maybe check both of those. And you do the same thing off of requested. Okay, yeah. Then another branch. Go requested grabbing right here. Is false. And we'll jump. Okay. Oh, gosh. Wait, I can just type jump, right? Yeah, just type jump. All right. I think that's good. No, that is not good. That did not work. Okay, so let me review my logic here. Okay. Requested grabbing. It's true. Well, because this is only... No, this is firing on tick. I could probably just do it here. I think that's maybe what you were saying, instead of doing it over here. Yeah, because you're never going to be grabbing if you're not requesting grabbing. Yeah, so... Well, no. Because then you're just always going to be jumping. That's not right. That's not right. Okay. Requested grabbing. True. Within jump. True. And then if you're overlapping the actor, well, because no, now it's saying like if you're overlapping actor, false, then you jump. So that's not really what we want then. because then it's conditional on you overlapping an actor, which is not where we need to have the condition of jumping. Drag the whole lot. Wait. I'm gonna jump and grabbing because you do the same thing off of requested. Drag the whole logic coming off of the overlaps false pin downward, then also hook it to false on the requested grab false pin. Not to overlap false pin. Okay. Downward. And also hook it to false on the requested grab. Sorry, I'm trying to process what you're saying. The branch at the start of the function, right here. Wait, no, drag the whole logic at the start of the false pin downward, then also hook it to the false on requested grab. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. False. So this. Over here? No, that's not right. And hook the second branch back up. Move this out of the way here. This is what? If requested grabbing is false. And is grabbing is true. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. So essentially, don't really need to be doing that. So if I'm requested grabbing, and is grabbing is true. Wait, no, that's, oh yeah, if requested grabbing is false and is grabbing is true, then it needs to set grabbing to false. And if requested grabbing is false, and jump, that's right, but leave the overlap false pin connected also. Oh, you can plug in two? Oh, you can totally plug in two. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay, so now I just need to give it a little more force. 500? I have the same problem happening. Wait, but why does... I'm so confused. Oh, that's a bummer, ain't it? Wait. Maybe I should be setting hard limits in the skeletal mesh instead then? Can you do that? Can you prevent that clip from occurring and like stretching it out if there's hard limits in the skeletal mesh? I don't think so, right? Because I feel like I've already set the limits. That's a bummer. See, like it works sometimes. That's such a bummer. Works sometimes, but not all the time. I have no idea what the limits got set to in the end. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really either. Let's take a look. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong over here. I think that was in the physics asset, right? It would be on, I think it's constraints, right? Yeah, that's just. Show constraints. Don't show bodies. It's limited. Well, that's linear limits. Angular is limited. Strength. 1,000. Dampings at 80. Maybe the soft constraint. Turn that off. No, that's not it. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through here and just like toggle stuff on and off. I don't think shock propagation is going to do anything, but that's a checkbox to check. Then maybe the solution is not. Maybe the solution is not here. What does shock propagation even really do? I guess, does it look like it really changed much? Looks like the same old jiggly slime. I'm not sure either. I think scaling is what's causing it, though. Maybe we should explore material-based instead. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, we might need to do material based. Like, I wonder if it has to do with it like flipping into the ground a little bit when he shrinks down. So I do want to test something real quick. I want to test when he shrinks down, just for like the floor surface. I'm gonna test like moving his transform up a little bit. And if that completely negates it, then I may need to do, because I think it is a combination of like the scaling and like the moving the character towards the surface at the same time. I'm gonna try this. Well, actually, I don't think there's a limit to this here. I think it's always setting the world location or attempting to set the world location to like to the surface that he's attached onto. I don't think it ever like stops doing that. So I don't think setting the location is really going to change anything, because it's going to be fighting against each other. I could make a limit, but then I'd have to go back and do what I was talking about trying in the beginning, which was getting the difference between like the location and like the grab detection result, a trace result, or I should say the average, getting the distance between that and your current. So what happens? What happens if I just disconnect this for right now? Just want to test it. Hitting play compiles, that's right. Oh, it still happens. It still happens, yeah. It's actually worse when that happens. Yeah, I don't think that was happening with the shrink, so it is a scaling issue. All right. It's looking like material based is going to have to be the play here. Let's see what needs to still be the same. I think all of this is still going to be the same. Everything in grab surface, I think, is still the same. It's just the visuals here. You can probably keep the conditions and such still the same. Oh, I guess except for... Yeah, except for all this. That's going to have to go... Just going to disconnect it for now. Move that down. Disconnect that. Move that up. Yeah, it's definitely the scaling that's causing that issue. Okay. So it's probably just going to be in world position offset. In this same deformation here, it's going to have to be adjusted. Hold up. Did a light bulb just ignite in your head? Discord. Oh. That scalar parameter value, that world scale 3D, and slime ball. .66, 0.5. Is that not similar to what we were doing before? .66 is your default. Okay. Let's see. I just had that open. Oh my gosh. All right. I think we both overcomplicated it. All right, let's take a look here. If requested grabbing is true, do we not even need this branch then? Set world scale 3D for skeletal mesh. Nope, just the commented code. Okay. Lerp. Vector. Set world scale 3D. Skeletal mesh. Not sure why I'd even deleted that. New scale. Oh, 0.66. 0.66. 0.5. Interesting. Well, I think he feels much more jiggly than before. It's funny. Let's see. So we wouldn't go from 1. Why is he so big? I guess I'm struggling to understand the logic here. So this is where we're adjusting the material. Then we go into set world scale 3D with the skeletal mesh, and then just the new scale. Why is the skeletal mesh is 0.66? It is 0.66, isn't it? What the heck? Why is 0.66 the default? What? I don't know why I did that. That's the default. Okay. Sure, 0.6, because that was some crazy scaling. Why is he doing that? I think the constraints get confused when the scale changes. Okay. Wait, so if I just go 0.66 down to... What happens if I don't basically scale that at all? Is it still going to do the weird... No? Okay, I didn't do that. I really just have to do a very small amount. 0.65? Whoa. When the scale stops changing, it goes back to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Because I don't have the scaling anymore. But I guess it's just the world scale 3D. Wait, 659? It works with soft constraints turned off, it looks like. Oh. I think we want soft constraints though, right? I feel like I remember it looking better with the soft constraints. Let me check. It's more jiggly though. With soft constraints off, it's jiggly? Oh. He is pretty jiggly with the soft constraints off. Maybe a little too jiggly. let's set this down to like 0.5. I think is what we had it on before. Oh, that's a little too much. 0.6. Yeah, definitely too jiggly. That might just be a matter of adjusting the constraints then. Yeah, I don't know. I did like how it looked with the soft constraints on. Okay, what's restitution? Controls the amount of bounce when the constraint is violated. Restitution of 1 will bounce back the same velocity limit. Okay, let's try that. Let's try like a 0.5 restitution then. That's not bad. What if we go like a 0.2 restitution? 0.1 looks good to me, maybe slightly higher. Okay, let's try let's try 0.2. Point 2 is kind of nice. I do want to see what 0.1 looked like though. Let's see, 0.1. I don't know. Kind of like 0.1. Maybe it is a little bit too jiggly. Try like 1.5 maybe. Or 0.15, yeah. Oh, I definitely want him to be able to fall off right there. Huh, I never really thought about that. Oh. Yeah, scale is working this way even at extreme numbers like 0.4. Interesting. I mean, it really doesn't look a whole lot different than what we had before. like before turning off soft constraints. Oh, this should probably be is grabbing instead of requested grabbing, huh? Because I think he'll... Yeah, he shrinks in the air. Yeah. So what do you think? Should we just leave it like this, or do you think trying to hook it back up to this would look better? Like this, a lot of this doesn't even really seem necessary. Oh, because that's the sphere collision that we're adjusting here. I think it's good as is. Yeah, I can't help but agree with you. I think I might do one of these though. I'll do like a get, why am I in caps lock? Get world scale. Plug that into there, and then just multiply or divide. I guess it really doesn't matter. Multiply feels more intuitive to me for some reason. 2.8. Oh, what am I doing? Multiply. 0.8, brother. 0.8. Okay. That's not what I need to do. I need to unplug that. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I'm just complicating it. I want to have it go from here. Yeah. I just want to avoid the floating or the magic number. Was what I was trying to do. It just disappeared. That's funny. So I'd have to set it. I'd have to, you know what, actually, is what I'd have to do is just do that on begin play, I think. Is make a variable for the world scale on begin play so that it's not constantly changing. if I didn't want to have the magic number. Oh no, it was the SKM, right? I think it was the SKM we were doing. SKM, yeah. Let's copy it. Get world scale. Then convert. Cannot convert to a variable. I'd have to make the variable first. No, promote to variable. I know I don't need to. I'm just the silliest goose tonight, aren't I? And then I could probably put all of this into like a set default values function. Oh, you'd have to save the starting scale on begin play. Yeah, perfect. Great minds, or I should say, okay mind, greater minds. Yeah, I think I'll put all this into like a set or declare default values function, just in case I want to declare other default values off the bat. I could have swore there was a name thing. I have to compile it to get the name. I don't know why I thought you could set the name up here. Am I just blind? I'm really good at that. Compact node title. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna go back up to function and do it here. Oh, I have to click here. I can't. Clicking here doesn't do that. Wait, what? There's no name field over here? That's crazy. I feel like there should be. I'm not blind, right? Don't question it. Yeah. You're right. That's fine. Just leave that. Declare default values. Save visuals. Oh, new variable. Yeah, that's what I wanted to name it. New variable. Classic new var. Has there ever been a more powerful piece of information than a new var? I don't think so. Config. No, because that's declaring. It's not a config. It's not feeding into anything. There's a struggle with consistency in some areas. Oh, in the engine. I thought you were talking about in the project. In the project, too. I'm sure there's still consistency issues and struggles. But yeah, in the engine, I agree. Yeah, it wouldn't be config. Where did I put the... Where is it? I guess this would also be in like declare default values too, wouldn't it? Where did I put player FOV? Player FOV is in functionality. Okay. Well, I guess this wouldn't be any kind of config or anything because it is the actual scale. So we'll do slime SKM scale. You could prefix it with default or initial. This is basically an initialization function. Yeah, I think you're right. Initial slime SKM scale. Oh yeah, it doesn't really like having the yeah, I see. It's not happy with this right here. That's why I almost feel like I made a mistake of not putting spaces in my variable names throughout this whole, because every tutorial I had watched had shown the variables without spaces, just because, like, as we talked about, it's like a holdover from text coding. And when it tries to like figure out what should be separate words on its own, then it leads to stuff like this. And especially since there's no downside of putting the spaces in the variables, it's not like I'm trying to, you know, make a game on an NES cartridge where the actual character spaces matter for the memory, because it is technically another character's worth of memory, but it doesn't matter now. I use a snake case, or I use a snake for cases like this. Okay. So like, but then just why not have a space, you know? I'm not saying like I prefer, like I think a space is better. I'm realizing how much of this is like of these best practices are held over from text coding. The downside is C++ compatibility if you choose to add that later. Oh, okay, yeah, because C++ doesn't like having spaces in the variable names. I'll just call it initial scale slime SKM. There we go. Get rid of that. Goes into functionality. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I think this is good. .85. Might have to do 0.9. It feels like it's scaling a little bit too much. What? This just felt. I mean, obviously it looks better this way, but it's funny how much time went into making a change that ultimately didn't really change a whole lot. Like it did change a little bit, but literally basically changing a number from 1 to 0.9 dynamically is what we did here. I find that funny. The face should also lower down when that happens. Sometimes it be that way, yeah. Trying to think of the best way to move the face down. I guess essentially the same exact thing that I just did for the scale, but make a default like face location variable, like declare a default face location, and just kind of lower it a little bit, you know? Well, no, I shouldn't be lowering it, because then if you're like on a ceiling or on a wall, then that wouldn't really make a difference. The face pivot, scale the face pivot, I think. Yeah, probably scaling the face pivot. So that's at 1, yeah. So I'll also do a face pivot. No, we'll do actually move location towards the grab direction. Do you think so? Instead of just scaling the pivot? Because the face is set to world scale. Oh, so yeah, it's not going to change anything. I just thought like it would. Okay. I don't know why in my head I thought it would only determine like the distance between the pivot, because the pivot would have the distance between the face and the pivot, and I thought that would be scaling down. But if the face is set to world scale, then it's probably not going to affect anything. The face is just going to stay in the same spot. Move location towards the grab direction. Yeah, okay. But then I got to do that logic again of where I'm trying to determine like how much it moves there and like getting a difference between the grab location and the current position. Maybe not. I could set like a limit to that. I don't think I really need to get the difference. I already have all the logic here. I could do save the grab direction. Alert can be 0 into grab direction times distance. Direction alert can be 0. The lerp can be 0. Yeah, grab direction times distance. I guess you're right, huh? Okay. Grab detection trace result, vector array average. Yeah, save this. Promote to variable. To be the grab point. Grab location. this will be grab location. Okay. And then I guess basically the same thing. That I'm doing here. Yeah, just another set world location, I guess. Girl. Right on the keyboard. Why don't you lay in your bed that you hate, that you never lay in anymore? It's a great spot. Right here. No. Maybe no. So. But we're just gonna do this. At least she's off the keyboard. Okay, so set world location. Set world origin location. What? Set world location face. Oh, I still need to set the girl. Can I help you? Concentration is at 0. Trying to focus. You were making that hard. But I love you. Oh, God. Okay, so we're going to delete that. Going to move the face. Got to set the actually get world location. Promote to variable. Initial base location. Functionality. Actually, if I'm doing it in the same order, scheme, whatever, I should do initial location base. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. The dog is going insane. Pretty sure my wife's getting home right now. Okay. Initial face. Initial location face. God, I know that makes sense, but I just don't like it. Initial location face. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it. Not gonna think too hard about it. Where am I going? Where am I going? Delete that. Maybe I should do it off of visual because it is a visual update. Yeah, it is a visual update. I'm just gonna be lazy. Copy and paste. New location. Grab. No, let's just grab it from here. Get grab location. I feel like I still need to get the Yeah, I feel like I still need to get the difference between my current location and the grab location. I'm not seeing the logic here of not being able to do that. Or not needing to do that, I should say. Because obviously I'm not just gonna like alert from current to grab location. I need to get the difference first. It's grab direction times distance. Well, no. Yeah, no, I do need to do that. Okay. Move this over. Get current. No. Get world location. No. Get world. Get world location. Location. Need to get the distance. Would be the difference. I'm not sure which order to put them in. Is there just a get distance? Get distance too. Target as actor. There's totally just a get distance too. I can't. It has to be an actor? Can't be a component? And it has to be another actor? I can't. It doesn't make sense that I can't just get the distance between two vectors. Isn't that what it's doing? Isn't it like under the surface? Isn't it getting the distance between two vectors ultimately? It's just getting the vectors of the actors first and then getting that distance. Why can't I just have it get distance and put in two vectors? I'm playing with building this myself, and while I have it working, I'm realizing that it would be much better if you had a sphere mesh that had the face texture properly projected onto it, unless you want the face to be floating all the time and be complicated to make it match. Yeah, that was one thing that I was kind of considering, is maybe just having the face be projected onto the slime itself. But then the issue with that is the slime SKM spins. Like it's moving around, it's constantly spinning, where the face is like its own separate component that's not spinning along with the skeletal mesh. Yeah, no, I don't think I want the face to be floating all the time. Isn't that what face pivot is? Like, I know it's not a sphere, but it, like, for all intents and purposes, isn't it basically acting as that sphere that we're talking about? Like, it's a component with a transform that the face spins around. But I do think in the end it would probably be best to have the face projected onto the skeletal mesh, but have the rotation of the face on the skeletal mesh be independent from the mesh's rotation. Yeah, but a sphere can scale the same as the skeletal mesh and would match much more closely. Oh, really? I guess technically it still would look like it's floating a little bit though, right? Because the sphere is not going to deform in the same way that the skeletal mesh is. That's why I'm wondering if it's possible to have the face projected onto the skeletal mesh, but have its position always facing a specific direction, independent of the rotation of the skeletal mesh itself. Like have its projected position on the skeletal mesh be determined by the same logic it's determined by now, like where you're facing. I just don't know if that would be difficult compared to putting it on a sphere. And I guess we could still have. So it would still ultimately be. Like the material itself would still ultimately just be. No, because it'd be just projected like a decal, I guess, instead. Yeah, I just don't even really know where to start with that, to be honest. Like decal projection and like still having the sphere be invisible except for the face. Like would that be a material where the entire sphere get out of my drink. Saw her going for the coffee. She's about to dip her paw in there. Let's see. It's feeling like this might need to be. Oh. Dang, yeah, it's looking like I might need to make a custom texture maybe for a sphere that only has the face on it. Also, an issue that I'd be afraid of running into is the face always looking like it's looking up, because it is a sphere. So like, unless the face is like on the like exact front of the sphere. Oh. That's funny. Let's disconnect that. I guess it is already kind of looking like it's on the front. Okay, that might not be too bad then. Yeah, I don't really know the best solution here. Mesh decals.
Screenshot my code in Discord because it got a bit complex, but I think making a sphere in Blender with a proper UV would probably look better.
Yeah, that's what I was a bit worried about, which I don't mind doing that. Making like a separate texture in Blender. But it would be nice to just be able to do it in Unreal. Seems like a mesh decal could also be a good solution, but then that I don't think is going to line up with the geometry. Maybe do it on the project it to the UV. Subsurface profile. What does that do? Not related to what I'm doing right now. Oh, I see it here.
Sphere collision, get world location. Direction of slime, look at grab location, get rotation, X vector. Float is facing the moved. This float is face movement distance. Sphere collision, get world location. Vector. I see. Okay. Just warping between the sphere collision world location and the grab location from the rotation between the sphere collision and the grab rotation. Okay. give that a shot here. What am I doing? Okay. That's coming. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's coming from here down there. I can get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. Guess we did face pivot. Grab location into find look at rotation. World location for the sphere collision. Rotation X vector. We're just going to multiply this by whatever the distance, the move distance. We'll just do 25 like you had. And then sphere collision. Get world location. Add these together. Just lerp these vectors with the alpha. Oh. From here. Into, oh, I can get rid of this. All right, so sphere collision. Getting the location, find look at rotation between the grab location and the world location for the sphere collision. Get the rotation X vector. Multiply that, take the result, add it to the world location of the sphere collision, and we're lerping between the location of the sphere collision and the result here, and then that's the new location. Okay. That works great.
Probably even lower this by a little bit.
You're like 15.
That is not bad. You know, I think I want to change the alpha here. Maybe the grab and deform speed should be changed. Do like 3. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong direction. Oh. I feel like it should be pretty quick, actually. Maybe 10? No, I think I like 8. Probably even reduce the amount of jump we have. Do like 300, maybe. About 200. What's 200 look like? Mm, 350. Hmm. I mean, ultimately, this achieves the goal that I was going for.
Although I might want to adjust. Let's go to the rotate face to velocity. I think I want it to face the direction you're moving around, but I think I'm going to set a higher threshold for it looking up and down, just to avoid that like kind of bouncy face effect. So to do that, we are sphere collision, get component velocity, okay, normalize, face roll, additive rotation. This is the new rotation. Okay, face velocity. Or if I should maybe split this pin structure. I'm gonna try something. Split. Oh wait, no, this is for rolling. Rolling's fine. Oh my god, it scared me for a second. Save, compile. Yeah, this is fine. I think down here is actually where I want to split. Maybe divide the Z axis a little bit. Split. So X and Y, plug that in. But Z might want to multiply by like 2.5 just to see what that looks like. I'm not sure this is exactly right for what I'm trying to achieve, but anyway, just to test how that looks. No, that's not right. I don't think this really makes any difference now that I'm looking at it. Actually, it's probably be right here. Man, it is freezing up a little bit when I'm trying to hit Control Z. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Delete that. Recombine. So I think, yeah, probably going to be here. It's still bouncing a little bit. I think I'm gonna need to set like a threshold for if the desired amount of rotation that it's trying to do is under a certain amount, then just don't rotate on the Z. Well, wait, we already have that number. We already have that figure. I don't even know if I really need to differentiate from the Z. I mean, I like the threshold that it starts rotating at now. Oh. I broke it. Let's recombine. Recombine. Because that's not in maybe calculate roll. Base rolling spin threshold. No, that's the spin threshold. That's not like facing towards the velocity. It's like the threshold at which it starts spinning around. Base roll additive rotation. It's just a 0. Maybe the speed? Cut that in half. Nah, the speeds. Yeah, that needs to stay the same.
I don't really know. Because ultimately, I'm just trying to get rid of that little like up and down jiggle at the very end. I guess I could base it off of the distance, maybe the distance or your velocity determines the speed at which it rotates around. Like the higher your velocity, the higher to this maximum that it is. Oh, that's saved. Should I just lerp the Z return? I'm going to test that out. I make sure it still works as usual like that, which it should. No, that's not going to work. I am curious to see what that looks like, though. No, that's not going to work. It's like, what am I lerping between? You know, I'd have to like save what it was. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know, man. My brain ain't braining. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. My brain ain't braining on this one. Might have to be a task for next time. Unless you got any crazy ideas, Bacon Guy. Currently, it feels like the logical ideas part of my brain is a little bit wrung out. I'm cooking. Sounds good. I'll let you cook for a sec. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. I have returned. I'm curious about decals in the situation for like projecting the face directly onto the skeletal mesh that I'm reading up on right here. Not really a lot of examples though on Unreal's documentation. Oh, it's like an actual actor. Is it a component I can put on? I might have to make a separate face decal material then. I don't think, is it a decal material or is it just material? Face decal. I specify it as a decal. There's some example decals over here. Decal material, decal placeholder, default decal material,
Decal. Decal. Decal material. So it's something that I would just put on just a regular material. And how does the engine know that it's a decal material? I don't really see. Oh, material domain deferred decal. Okay. What the heck? Why is there a brick texture on it by default? I'll go parameter, param2d. Nope, apparently that's wrong. Param2d. Param2d. Okay. Blend mode, translucent. Is that why? Param2d. I'm pretty sure that's just a 2, right? Nope. That's a 2 vector. I don't understand. Parameter 2D. Texture sampler How's the engine gonna abbreviate or shorten the actual name for a node, but then not let me type in that shortened name for the node? Why? Why? Param2D. Ew, is that mold? The default texture is mold? Yeah, that's especially bad in Material Editor. Yeah, that's a bummer. Also, this is definitely like some mold on it. What is that? That looks like mold to me.
Base. It's cave pearls. Oh. Interesting. It definitely looks like mold to me. The alpha goes into the opacity. RGB goes into base. Right? Yeah. Oh, I gotta multiply the RGB by the opacity and go into base. There's a story behind it. I assume so. It feels like a very random texture to just have as your default texture. Maybe it's like a cave or something that's near wherever Unreal or Epic headquarters is located. It was the first texture imported into Unreal 1 in 1995. Interesting. Damn. Unreal's as old as I am. I'm 30 years old. So is Unreal. I mean, Unreal might be 31 at this point. I turned 31 this year. The Atari dev room went crazy when we got mold textures. They were furious. Y'all can render moldy cave pearls? It's over. That's when Atari's downfall started, actually. It's when the moldy cave pearls came onto the scene. They had no answer for it. Close this. I don't need this anymore. Oh my gosh. Did I even save that? I just hit Control-Shift-Tab like it's Chrome? No, I cannot. Base decal. Save. I don't really see anything else I would need to do here in this instance. Just go to decal. Base decal. Where is face decal? Try another decal just to see what we're working with here. No other decal. Okay. Does there have to be a separate mesh in here? Like, is it projecting onto the sphere collision, maybe? But the sphere collision is not visible. Just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna drag in like a. Let's put a cube or a plane, sure. Oh, is that the plane's gone? It's probably the side the UV is facing. Oh, look at that. I think there is a face projected on there. Yeah, there totally is a face projected on there. Okay. So it does not look like it wants to project onto skeletal mesh, which is kind of sad. Rotate. Scale that like here. Okay, so it is projecting, but it's not projecting onto what I want. I want it to project onto skeletal mesh, but I don't think that's gonna work. It's probably a mix of the material not wanting to play nice, and I mean, I don't really know what else it would be. It's got to be the material, or maybe it just doesn't like skeletal meshes. So if I were to change this to like it's the material. Yeah, so if I were to change this to like, I don't know, opaque. Yeah, it projects just fine. Depending on what your definition of just fine is. Yeah, it's not going to want to project onto there. Although it does look different in this little viewport versus how it actually looks in game. Oh, look at that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because the decal is like just there, so it's going to project onto anything that is within range. Wow. All right. Yeah. That, I guess just anything in that box it projects onto. Huh. All right. Sad. Wonder what the issue is. I wonder where it's not wanting to play nice. Maybe the translucency. Or like the refraction, maybe. Just want to test it. Let's undo the refraction, or disconnect the refraction. Apply. No, it doesn't. It still doesn't want to play nice. So it's not the refraction. Can't be the deformation because that's not even active. Pretty sure it's the translucency. There might be a way to do it, but I'm not sure. That makes sense. I feel like to get the effect that I'd want, I'd have to have two identical meshes. Like the same, basically duplicate them, but don't have them collide with each other in any way. So that it's deforming the same as the visual, the mesh with the material on it that I want. I can't really think of another way to do that. I was trying to cook on this face rotation thing, but I think my brain is turning off. But yeah, buddy, my brain turned off probably like an hour ago. I tried to do my own cooking on the face rotation too, and it was not the how do I put it? The pan was on the stove, but the burner was not turning on. I feel like I had everything I needed there, but like I was not getting the heat. I was doing Blueprint to C++ conversions all day before this. Yikes. Yeah, that sounds like if there was ever a source of brain drain, that would be it. I know that's not the right way to use that phrase, but it feels appropriate in that sentence in context. Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand. Like I don't think there's much more I would be able to squeeze out of my brain today. Ugh. I tried to cook with this decal, but I think I know the solution. I think the solution is genuinely to have another mesh doing the exact same like deformation, like with the same skeleton, the same everything as the default one, or not the default one, but the current. Gosh, I can't talk right now. I think I would have to have a duplicate skeletal mesh that is only having the decal projected onto it. Like visually, there's nothing else there. It'd have to have the same skeletal, everything the same, basically just a duplicate so that it deforms in the same way when it collides with a surface, and just have the face on that so that the face is like deforming with in the same way that the other mesh is deforming. But that might be a lot of work for something that I could probably just end up turning into a little floating 3D mesh. Like I don't think that's going to add more quality to the overall aesthetic than just using like a plane or just a 3D mesh that like swaps out. You know, it can just be floating. I think it's fine to just have the face floating instead of like perfectly aligned and projected onto the skeletal mesh. But man, it would be so cool if it could line up. Or better yet, if it was like a separate 3D mesh that like lined up to the edge of the skeletal mesh. Actually, I don't think you'd be able to do that, because the whole way to have it projected is with the decal. So, I mean, you could use the 3D mesh in place of the 2D plane that we're using right now, but it's just going to be in the same position. We're not going to be able to change the position any differently than we're changing the plane right now. I think ultimately I might be satisfied with the plane. Like we can project the plane onto like another mesh, like you were suggesting, rather than just having it be like a floating little plane on a pivot. But yeah, I don't think it needs to be perfectly aligned with the skeletal mesh.
like ultimately it's not going to add a whole lot of quality to what we're trying to achieve here. Did I not save the... Okay, there we go. Oh, I still have the decal. Let's get rid of that. I think another thing I'm going to have to fix is the camera. At some point, I'm going to have to dynamically have the camera shift around depending on like collision with the wall. And especially when you're on an upside down surface like this. Yeah, see, like it just completely breaks the camera when you're on an upside down surface here. I mean, I think this looks good, though. Got a lot of good work done today. Fix those visual bugs with the skeletal mesh sticking into the ground. I guess that's a physics bug. Got that fixed. The mesh kind of shrinks down a little bit now. The face moves down with it. I do want to, I think the next thing that does need to be adjusted is like the positioning of the face. That can be refined a bit better. Like the shaking up and down like it's doing when it hits the ground. And yeah, so that's probably the next project, is refining that a bit better. And then also the camera, getting the camera refined so that it doesn't like clip so badly into walls or when like hanging from an upside down surface. But I think all in all, made some good progress here today. Very satisfied with this progress. Came out great. But yeah, I think that might be it for tonight. If you have any incredible ideas in between now and next week, don't hesitate to send it on Discord. Always happy to take a gander. But in the meantime, that's probably all from me for tonight. And I'll be on Monday. Oh yeah, Monday we will do co-op for A Hat in Time. I'll have the DLC by then, so we'll play through the new DLC, I guess, that neither of us have yet or have played yet. So yeah, if you're on Monday, it'll be same time. I'll be on 6:30 Central on Monday. We can party up and get through some DLC. I think it'll be fun. But yeah, you have a good night, man. Always appreciate you hanging out, and anyone else that stopped by. You too, Steve. Appreciate your presence here. And yeah, take care. Peace out. Thanks for chilling. It's a good time. Later.